Shalom and welcome to Simchat Yisrael. As Passover approaches, Jewish families around the world prepare to connect themselves to one of the greatest stories ever told. The Passover Seder, an interactive dinner where we retell the story of the Exodus from Egypt, is the oldest continually observed religious custom in the world. Over the centuries, the Seder has evolved and changed forms many times as different customs and rituals are added and eliminated. But perhaps no Passover tradition is more mysterious and misunderstood than the hiding of the Afikomen. Before we begin, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel down below. One of the traditions of the Passover Seder is a special bag called a matzah tash that has 3 compartments, each with a piece of unleavened bread called matzah in it. The tradition is to take the middle piece out and break it in half. Half of the matzah is placed back in the matzah tash, but the other half is wrapped in a linen napkin. This piece is called the Afikomen. Afikomen is a Greek word that means that which comes after, or dessert, and is a substitute for the Passover sacrifice, which was the last thing eaten at the Passover Seder during the eras of the first and second temples. The Afikomen is hidden by an adult for the duration of the Seder meal, and after dinner, the children search for it and bring it back to their parents to be redeemed for a prize. Traditionally, the Seder cannot end until the Afikomen is found and redeemed. It's a beloved tradition, but Judaism has no authoritative explanation as to the origin or the meaning of the Afikomen. A number of diverse and often conflicting theories have emerged over the centuries. One tradition holds that the 3 pieces of matzah represent the 3 classes of Jews: the priests, the Levites, and the Israelites. Another that they represent Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. But if this is the case, then why do we break the middle piece? What would breaking the priests or Isaac accomplish? Some rabbis believe that breaking the matzah represents the splitting of the Red Sea. But if that's the case, then why do we hide one piece of the ocean? It doesn't make any sense. One tradition even says that we hide the Afikomen so that it doesn't get eaten by accident before the meal is over. None of these theories are satisfying. But there is one other that I think makes perfect sense. One that ties all of the symbolism together and tells a cohesive story. And that theory is that the tradition of the Afikomen was conceived by the first century Jewish followers of Yeshua, and that the Afikomen is a symbol of our Messiah. The very appearance of the matzah and the way it's prepared is indicative of Yeshua. Matzah has stripes burned into it from the oven rack and must be pierced to allow air to escape to prevent it from rising. In the same way, our Messiah was striped by the lash, and his hands and feet were pierced by nails. The 3 compartments of the matzah tash represent the 3 ways that we experience God, through the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. And we take the middle piece, representing the Son, and we break it, as Yeshua was broken for us. After his death on the cross, Yeshua's body was wrapped in a linen shroud and hidden away for 3 days until his resurrection. So too, we wrap the Afikomen in a linen cloth and hide it away until the end of the Seder. When the meal ends, the children search for the Afikomen and bring it to be redeemed. In this act, we are emulating the redemption that we have in the Father through the sacrifice of Messiah Yeshua. For just as Yeshua, through his death and resurrection, has redeemed us from sin and death, the Afikomen too must be redeemed from the father of the family. And how fitting is it that it's the children who go to seek Yeshua? Messiah taught that the kingdom of heaven belongs to the children, and indeed we ourselves must change and become like little children if we wish to enter the kingdom of heaven with them. And just as the Seder cannot end until the Afikomen comes back, the kingdom of heaven will not be established until the return of Messiah. It's true that the word Afikomen is often translated as that which comes after. But according to David Dow, the 20th century's preeminent scholar of biblical law, a better translation is the one who has arrived. And if nothing else, we know that Yeshua himself has likened the matzah of the Passover meal to his body. At the Last Supper, the Passover Seder he ate before he suffered, Yeshua took bread, gave thanks and broke it, and gave it to them saying, "This is my body, broken for you. Do this in remembrance of me." On Passover, the Jewish people connect themselves to one of the greatest stories ever told. But believers in Messiah Yeshua also connect ourselves to another story, one told 1500 years after God freed the Hebrew slaves. This Passover, as we break, hide, and redeem the Afikomen, the one who has arrived, we will all share in the promise of Messiah Yeshua. Shalom and thanks for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe, and don't forget to visit simchatyisrael.org to learn more.